In this video, we'll see how to set up virtual network in Azure. In Microsoft Azure, virtual network allows us to isolate all our resources which is running our applications. For example, I want to set up a simple website with MySQL DB. I need to create a Vnet, and inside Vnet, I need to further create smaller networks called as subnets and applications of similar type. For example, web applications I want to group into again a smaller network which is subnet in this case, and all database servers I want to group into DB subnet. This allows us to configure firewall rules. For example, I want to expose my web tier to internet. Accordingly, I can configure firewalls, and for DB I don't want to expose that to internet, and I want only servers in my web layer, web tier, want to communicate with DB subnet. So all that is feasible because of having virtual networks and subnets. Right now I am in Azure portal. Let's go to search bar and search for virtual networks. Right now I don't have any virtual network here. Click add. Let's name this virtual network Java Home Vnet. We need to provide the address space. Usually address space decides the number of IPs you want to have inside this virtual network. I will talk more about address spaces in some other video. I covered a CIDR blocks, those details in my AWS. I will put that link in description section. You can watch it, and I will also do one more video on CIDR blocks and address spaces for Azure as well. For now, I want to go with 10.0.0/016. Azure is helping us to figure out how many addresses we get inside this address space, but anyways, we'll talk more about this in some other video. We do have support for IPv6, but in this demo I want to go with IPv4. We have to choose the subscription. When you set up Azure account, you'll get a free trial subscription for 1 month. After that, we need to upgrade to pay as you go. So we'll see what is subscription, how to set up those subscriptions in a separate video again. And remember, each and every resource we create in Azure must go into a subscription, and that subscription is linked with a credit card for the billing. So resource groups, yes, I want to create new resource group here. Basically, resource group is like a folder containing all our Azure resources. Let's say tomorrow I want to delete all my resources in a specific resource group. I can go and delete that resource group. Like if you delete a folder, all the contents in that folder is deleted. So we can think of resource group as a folder which contains all our Azure resources. Let's create one. That's also required. It's also must. Choose the location where you want to create this virtual network. I'm fine with Central US. Let's call this web subnet. In sense, I want to put all my web virtual machines into this subnet. It's again address range is required, and it has to be within this range. Let me keep it as 10.0.1.0.24, meaning first 3 octets, 8 plus 8 plus 8, we are allocating to a subnet, and remaining 0, 1 octet, we are leaving it for the IP addresses inside the subnet. So where you get approximately 256 addresses. In sense, you can go and launch 256 virtual machines inside the subnet. So these details I'm leaving for now, and hit create. This takes a while. I will pause the video and I'll be back once the resource is ready. Our resources got created. Let's go to that resource and see. That's our Vnet, and browse for subnets. So under this Vnet we should see web subnet, which has around 251 IP addresses. Alright, so this is how we create virtual network and subnets in Azure. We'll talk more best practices about Vnet and subnets in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.